Ooh, oh, what the fuck? 15 bucks for Archmage dice? Screw you, D&D Beyond.
Oh, I know, right?
I love that they immediately, after figuring out the beta version of dice rolling, started selling digital dice sets.
Yes.
Live. By the way, we are live.
Hello, dear
everybody.
viewing public.
15
Good
bucks for digital
evening.
dice is a ripoff, D&D Beyond.
Yes, it is.
I think that's actually more than the horse armor. I think horse
it's
armor
still
was
in
only
beta.
10 bucks.
Oh. Capitalism.
I'm also not certain that anybody else can ever see the dice, so it's really just for you.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
that's...
It's typical. It is typical. But we are live, so welcome everybody.
Woo! Good evening.
Good evening. I believe this is episode 2 of Sigil Confidential. We've already done a bit of a recap, so in case you are just joining us, when we last left off, in a nutshell, our team was hired out by a reformed succubi who runs the brothel of Slaking Intellectual Lusts to investigate the missing clockwork heart of the lifelike automaton Dolora. While investigating, another one of the employees of the brothel was nearly murdered, Echo. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what brings us to right now. So, we're still in Echo's chamber, I believe. No pun intended, the Echo chamber.
Okay, so right before we left off last time, I think Fall from Grace was gathering her various girls to spirit them away someplace a little safer. She had shut down the brothel for the day. And you're taking stock of various items found at the scene of the crime.
Yes.
Before they clear all the way out, I want to arrange with Fall from Grace some means of easy communication. Reliable.
Well, she lives above the establishment and very seldom goes anywhere.
So we can simply return here.
Yes. Since you have actually actively been hired on the investigator, she's going to pretty much let you come and go as you please, provided you maintain a respectful appreciation for the establishment.
Oh, Jimmy's many things, and one of them is respectful of his clients.
Of course.
Guess on a more direct note, I'm sitting there still looking at this dagger. I say aloud, "Hey, Draken."
Sharp.
Yes?
Pokey, mate.
What do you make of this thing?
Sharp.
It seems a little
I would like to.
much.
I would like to look at it.
Okay. Now, is this the first real close look at the dagger anyone's had?
We got a description of it before. The barbed dagger, still bloody, cold to the touch, which is why Jimmy's asking Draken.
Drake, what are you using to look at it? Anything particular other than your basic eyeballs?
Are you ready to see the Legion birds?
I'm gonna touch it. See if I can get a feeling. Does it feel? I like a. I don't have detect magic, but I'm just gonna look at it, see if I get any feeling off it.
It is unnaturally cold. Very wicked looking, but very ornate at the same time. The metal itself seems to have a strange shimmery, not magical shimmery, but almost an iridescent quality to it. A very dark, iridescent quality.
He checks to see if what would I would like to see if I've ever seen anything like this before, or if I've, well, I wouldn't say I've read, but maybe I've heard about it.
Okay. So let me ask you this: you as Draken, what do you think this is as Draken?
There's a lot of playground.
As Draken, from what you described it, I lean towards the material, not arcane. Maybe cold iron?
Okay. All right. So you're leaning towards a natural or easily scientifically explained premise. Is kind of what I was looking for, which is it's fine. So go ahead.
Like an extra material.
So like a natural material occurring in the outer planes, basically. No, that's fine. Give me a... We're still going to go Arcana on this one, since it's going to be more of a planar knowledge type thing.
Okay. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
20.
All right. It is cold iron, but it's cold iron that has been left or either possibly harvested, most likely in the negative energy plane.
I want to see too.
All right. Drake, Nil would like to see the
I'm not gonna fight. You can... Okay, I'm holding it. You're more than welcome to come over and take a look at it.
All right.
I point at my pirate's hat. Sharp.
Just to point out, Draken, in case you missed it, Nil is actually in disguise as a kobold right now.
I remember the fact that Jimmy has asked me about the fact whether the hat of disguise that I normally wear seems to affect the intelligence. And I have not had a chance to respond to Jimmy yet.
There's a whole lot happening.
All right.
So what do I roll for that?
You have a hat. Are you telling me to poke your hat?
Oh no. No.
What does your hat have to do with this dagger?
No. What are you trying to
My
figure out?
I don't know. Just what is it?
You're just trying to identify it.
I don't know.
Well, do you have any ability that you would use to try and do this, or is this just making a best guess based upon what you see?
I think she just wanted to make that joke.
Yeah, really that, yes, but I also have a thing I want to use.
Okay.
Let me find that first.
The thing.
There's a wandering mind thing for a nomadic mind that I would like to try.
Okay.
And since my highest skill is insight, I would like to see if could I do either insight or perception?
Insight would play more into this, I think.
Okay, insight then, because that's already a +3, so I can kind of make it the exact wording.
All right. You were using wandering mind.
Yes. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. I'm using the psychic focus of nomadic mind, which is that you can focus on a discipline and choose one skill and have proficiency until your focus ends.
Okay, so you're just using your focus. That's fine. That makes more sense. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, make an insight roll.
Mislabeled.
Dad, the car is stuck.
Not sure if does that double proficiency or
Advantage.
okay. Yeah. Not smart enough.
Sorry, it's definitely otherworldly based upon your prime material knowledge. This is not something that would be mined on the world that you're familiar with. This is unnatural to you. You definitely get vibes off of it. I will say that.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. Very bad.
Ew.
As if the hands of death have caressed this blade lovingly for a long time.
Ew. You have back. No. Hey,
Draken, you got that look.
can I take this hat off? It's itchy.
Yeah, you can.
I look around. There's literally no one left in the establishment.
It's pretty
go
much
ahead.
cleared out, yeah.
No, do the maze.
Itchy.
Do the maze.
I take off.
Okay. You two remove the hat, dropping the disguise.
Yes, and do my best to get out of the scales that have also been applied with the disguise kit.
Say, alright. Falls from grace,
You should
grinning at you.
probably hold on to that until we get back to the office. But after that, you can give it back to me.
I'll just put it in my pack.
You got any notions what that is, Draken?
Yes, this is a
Yeah, he's free.
Did we lose Draken, or is...
He's here. I think he's just sputtering a little bit.
You cut out hard after this is a...
Yeah.
This is a cold iron weapon,
There you go.
useful for killing particular type of creatures. Particular one has received lots of time on the negative energy plane.
There's a one.
Let me actually see if Jimmy knows a damn thing about the negative energy plane.
Oh, there he is.
You definitely have some kind of
And
connection.
as you
to it.
all watch, Draken starts to put it away if no one stops him. He is going to add this to his hoard.
I hand you the cloth I had wrapped it up in. I say, wrap that thing up before it goes away.
What are you doing?
Which, unless you stop, it's already going in. He's already putting it away. And he's like, hey, we're fine. It's just in.
It's evidence. He's
Maybe I'll put it
collecting
with
evidence.
You kidding me? I'm going to put it with the Hand of Glory. See what happens.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
You put the knife in the hand of glory, and then you wield the hand wielding the knife.
Oh, Lord.
There you go.
And stabbed you.
That's just a little terrifying. Real quick, Colin.
Yeah.
You're hanging out with your little children buddies, who think that you're
Mhm.
pretty much one of them, except extremely fast. You feel something tap you on the shoulder, which is kind of weird because whatever it is totally got the drop on you.
No.
You turn around.
No. There's nothing there. Nothing
Yeah,
gets the
falls
drop
to that
on
one.
Kong.
Your children buddies are wide-eyed, staring behind you.
Instead of turning in the direction of the tap, I turn in the opposite direction and I do like the spin move and jump in like a prone, like a half prone, half ready to go wrestling type Roman Greco shooting position.
Standing in front of you is a large cuboid creature with little almost comical wings and two large eyes and a mouth,
So
staring
I'm
at
assuming
you.
it's taller than me.
Little bit. He's just kind of blinking
like-
at you, like blink, 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 blink.
Like I jump around in like the shooter position, and I imagine I'm looking like right at his thigh.
He's
So
about,
then I
he's
have to,
about
like-
6 foot. He's about 6 foot tall.
All right, so like I'm looking at his thigh, and I'm
He's just blinking at you.
and I stare at him.
He speaks. Situation assessed. Threat level minimal. This is the individual I seek. You must follow.
You sound funny.
Comedy is irrelevant. Logic is all that matters. Please follow.
Where are we going? I'm gonna follow him.
He turns around and begins to cha-ting, 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 cha-ting.
Every 5 feet, I'm gonna ask, "Are we there yet?"
He, ironically, it doesn't phase him.
Are we there yet?
All
Are we
right.
there yet?
So you guys are
How about
traveling. You're traveling.
Uh huh. How about now?
Great.
Is that it? Is this it? That place looks cool. How about here? Now? Oh. Okay, now?
So you guys are traveling. We're gonna swap back here, back to the brothel.
Yeah. Well, knife assessed. That was my Arcana roll there in the
17.
chat.
Okay.
I probably know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We are
Um, This is either an evil magical tool or something that spent time on the negative energy plane.
It's custom made for killing the Fae.
Yeah, which probably unnerves one of you.
I wonder who. Cam.
Maybe we could put that away forever somewhere.
Wait,
Draken's got
it's
it.
gone.
Incinerate.
Draken has it. I said I'm building a horde of just items.
It's in your
Oh.
nature.
Great. Yeah.
It's in your
Alright,
nature.
so...
Pile of coins.
So, magic items that I'm going to use for random things much down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Well,
So everybody make me
we
a
also have the
perception.
brooch.
Give me a perception check, please.
Gotcha.
ooh. Oh, boo. There's a scale over my eye. Ugh.
Shake really hard. It's how I get them off. Don't worry, just shake. It'll come off. You'll act like it's natural.
Keep forgetting to do this. All right, so
I checked me
that's
when I was a kobold. That would be embarrassing.
everybody but Jimmy and Draken. So I guess Freya and Nil. Faintly coming from outside, you hear. Are we there yet? Is this it? Is this it? Are we there yet? This building looks cool. Are we there yet?
I'm guessing I recognize that voice.
You do indeed.
How about now? Are we there yet?
Who is that annoying person?
You do
I think
indeed.
that's Kong outside, actually.
And as you say that,
That is Kong.
A toy shop!
as you say that, the door opens a little abruptly, and standing there is a very familiar face. Nil. Blink, 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 blink.
Oh! You again! Why?
I ignore Nil and I walk up to everyone else. It's like, are we still at the hostel?
Well, that's fine because I wasn't talking to you. I was
Brothel
talking
for
to the
slaking
Okay.
intellectual lusts.
So So I walk up to everyone and ignoring Nil and say, "There's a lot of nerds here."
Oh, they all left. You passed them on the way out.
So the
They felt big brain coming.
Modron
While he's
starts
Can I-
stepping towards Nil. Clank, clank, clank. clank.
all right. Let's do this. What?
He just stands there in front of you, uncomfortably close, staring.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna do it.
I walk up and stand by Nil's side.
I look
don't
at
know.
everyone else and say, "What's going on?"
What that is.
I say,
I would like to circle around so I have a clear shot and nothing behind him to explode.
mhm.
All right. At this point, Fall from Grace kind of
I don't know what this thing.
steps in between Nil and this
Only
creature
everywhere. Please.
and eyeballs him and says, "Lim, you know you're not welcome in my establishment."
It has a name. It has a
And-
name.
This actually breaks his focus on Nil, who looks up at Fall from Grace and then strangely almost pouts for a moment
Great.
and then turns around and just walks out.
I follow him because he told me I have to follow him.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Bye, guys.
He flies as soon as he exits.
It's not here.
Aw.
Yay.
He flies actually remarkably quick. For
Kong,
walk
get back
inside.
in here.
I walk inside, I stomp my feet twice and say, "You made my friend leave."
I do hate to impose on a client, but if you could tell us a thing or two about that particular metallic gentleman, we've been having some difficulties with him lately.
Lim?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my. Where do I start? Do you know Mechanus? Are you familiar with the plane?
Oh, what a lovely question. Let's see. I probably know the word.
You've heard of it.
Do I need to check?
Broadly.
I mean, Freya might be familiar,
Yeah.
maybe.
Gears,
Hey,
order, metal.
Yeah, everybody's got a chance to know what it is.
Yeah, what do we roll?
Just a basic information check, and intelligence check for this, we'll say.
Okay.
Oh, weird. I have a +4 to intelligence, but it's not showing up on here.
No?
Okay, yeah, it did. Okay. Maybe it's just the character sheet.
A 4?
No, it should be an 8.
Okay. But still, that's okay. Freya
Weird.
and Draken,
I didn't know anyway.
you are both, this is like the plane of law. Everything in there is a rigid construct of clockwork and gears that runs perfect in efficiency. Every creature that exists there is in an extreme pecking order from the prime down to the lowest of the low. This creature is a Modron, or should be. But yeah, that's Mechanus, the plane of law and order.
Didn't we hear from Zill that it was a quadrant?
Well, he was
Modron, no.
a Modron. Is a quadrant is because of the shape.
Okay.
The Modrons have different shapes, which actually tell you their position and job and whatnot. Some are round, some are triangle, some are cone, some are cube. Just depends.
Okay.
I will say this. She says this one, unfortunately, was kidnapped by a slod. Do you know what a slod is?
Oh, here we go.
Warm up that 1d20 plus. Actually, no. Is intelligence again? Is this history? Where we at?
We'll just stick with intelligence for now,
Okay then.
just to simplify.
Oh, what?
A slod.
Never.
God.
Never in my life.
Well, we're on a roll with this one.
Supposed to be this one. That's not better.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
Salad?
How do you
A
spell that?
salad?
Slod.
Taken over by a salad? A veggie?
Slods are. Goodness. Slods are really horrible creatures.
What?
They're natives of Limbo originally, but that's irrelevant. The point is that the slod cannot reproduce on their own. So they kidnap other creatures and infect them with their own essence to create a new offspring from the joining of the two essences. Modrons do not reproduce, they are made. So, unfortunately, Yulim was captured by a slod and taken to one of these spawn camps and infected with the slod essence, but for some reason it took. Made him different, and he is driven by the slod's need to procreate, but cannot. So he creates things all over Sigil, spell haunts lately, which is a little unnerving. But for some reason he's taken quite a shine to your friend. I would avoid him were I you.
What?
Well,
Seems like a straight up guy.
I'm not sure what machinations are working within that little cuboid head of his.
kind of like a biological crow, sort of.
Possibly. A little more dangerous.
Heh.
He didn't tell me to
Sharp
shut
eye
up
out.
once.
That thing is irritating. Oh my goodness.
Just avoid him. He's generally harmless, but he does create spell haunts. Create spell haunts. If you have any magical information within that mind of yours, you'll understand why that's so disturbing. If you don't,
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. No. Yes.
Warm up that Arcana check again. Here we go.
Oh.
No.
This is gonna be painful. Oh. A 6?
everybody's like, huh?
Oh, a spell haunt.
What?
Oh.
Well, everybody, wow.
Yeah.
A spell haunt is literally like a spell that comes to life. If you can picture that. It's extremely rare, and they happen. It's kind of like a spawn off a magic item almost when it happens. They're really, really rare, but he is actively creating them, which is unheard of.
Okay.
And by the way, that's her explaining it to you, not anyone's role making sense.
Because clearly.
But the spell haunts are a problem, so I would avoid him were I you, just to be safe.
Grace, it's been a very shocking few days for you, I'm sure. I've got one last question I want to ask, and you'll have to forgive my ignorance of the matter. Delora. And I'm sorry if this is rude. I'm really not sure yet, never having gotten to meet her.
I've heard worse.
Did
trust
someone
me.
make Delora?
Well, Delora is an automaton, yes. So she was crafted, although no one here knows by whom, when, or why.
Well, that was my question, so I suppose we'll have to look into that on our own, but that's what we're here for.
Fair. As I've said before, I'm here if you need me. You are welcome anytime. Just,
I'm sure we will return, but keep your girls safe, all right?
Of course. Of course. Be well, Jimmy.
And you. Kong!
Hi.
How the kids?
They're a handful, but they mean well.
Yeah, that's always the way. Any good news from them?
Jack swears he fought a giant, but I don't really believe it.
Oh, Jack's about 4'1.5". A lot of things that are giant to him.
He's very nimble.
All right, well, I'm sorry you missed the whole brothel experience. I know you'd have been looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's another one a few blocks away. They give me a discount.
Yeah, that's fair. This one's very exclusive, though, you know.
Yeah, it's a little too big brain for me.
No. They're all fine around here.
A little too big brain.
You're catching us just on the way out, Kong. We got a job.
What's the job?
I'll fill you in on the way. Let's get going.
I don't know if I want to go if I don't know what the job is.
Oh, the job is here. We're heading home.
Oh, okay. I follow.
Yeah, so Jimmy's making ready to leave. I've collected the evidence from Echo's room. We examined Delora pretty closely. We got the dagger, we got a brooch, we got some information. I think it's best to head back to home base, right?
What time is it?
Tool time!
Time's a little weird in Sigil. We'll say it's kind of evening-ish. There's always kind of a thick layer of smog throughout the city, so it's always a little dark.
Okay. Well, as we leave, I would like to, maybe when we just when we get outside, if it's dark, if it's too dark to see where we're going, I would like to just casually tap Draken on the shoulder and cast light
On Draken?
on his coat like I have before.
Oh, it's the city. It should always be lights to see by.
Yeah, there are lights to see.
But still.
Okay.
Dink.
You gonna light him up?
Aw.
Something tells me he won't be upset.
And then
fact,
a few seconds later,
I am
would like
gonna
to-
reward Nil.
Oh no.
Wait, do you want to finish that? Because or should I?
You first.
I'm gonna cast Fly on myself and Nil.
Nice.
And just take off, headed back towards business. It's like, come on, woo! And just fly.
When the hell
Flying,
did you learn to do that?
Glowing dragon.
It's so much fun. You gotta try it.
I don't know.
All right.
Alright, so you guys fly back.
I mean, it's a little nerve-wracking. It's easier with some whiskey in you.
No.
So you guys fly and walk back, depending.
I walk the fuck back.
Alright. So you guys make it
No.
uneventfully back to headquarters. Back into Zill's home and upstairs into Stapleton Detective Services, where Kong, you are greeted with an extremely exuberant, almost puppy-like foo dog who tackles you as you come through the door, begins to lick you all over your face.
Aww, I missed you too, big guy.
It's been a long time, Kong. Where you been?
Holy shit, when'd you learn to talk?
I've always talked.
Oh,
I don't know.
this is great.
I always remember you going, "Arrgh."
Well, that's because
He
I
was
wasn't-
only doing that to mess with me.
When you learn to
The correct answer being several eons ago.
Yes.
Anyways,
I remember when the first grain of sand on your home world was formed.
conversations you've been missing.
It's good to see you home, little buddy.
you too. And I give him a big hug around his big furry neck.
He shivers for a second with exuberance and joy, and then goes and lays down on his big pile of rags by the fire.
We need to really get him a better bed.
Well, I think he made that one himself.
He did.
Perfectly arranged.
He did.
But he's not here. But I did have something to ask Zill. And the thing I was going to ask Zill was to look into Delora's background. Where in the multiverse does somebody build an automaton like that? And what is the street value of their heart?
So you were wanting to ask Zill this?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the library. He's our information guy.
Zill took off during the walkout. So, I suppose you could go downstairs and knock? Maybe?
Oh, that's gonna be fun, yes. Yes. This is business. Zill has always been open for business in Jimmy's experience. So,
Let's do it.
I'm gonna knock.
Alright. As you approach the door, you hear him arguing with someone. You've heard this before. It's always a little disquieting because he's never with anyone in there.
Not the strangest thing I've ever seen, but I hesitate at the door. I go, it's work, but it can wait.
Alright.
So, back upstairs to the crew.
Alright, so now you've been at this for a while, Jimmy, and Kong. You two are probably the longest at this so far. You already run across one potential source of information beyond Zill last session.
Can I do something? If there's a fireplace,
Yes?
I just want to kind of go over to it, stand on the area that would be fireproofed, and use detonation to get these scales off of me.
Comfort first. Okay, yeah, so I would actually
That's fine. No,
sit down. Having explained the case to Kong, have you watched the VOD, by the way, in real
No.
life? No.
No.
So I will give you the literal explanation of the case. We'll do it in character because it's fun. So,
Got it.
Kong, you saw the lady there.
Yeah. She's kind of cute.
She's very cute. She's fall from grace. Reformed succubus. Proprietor of the establishment we were at. She's hired us on. One of her girls, Delora, has been murdered. It's complicated.
It, how was you kind of murdered?
So she's an automaton. She's mechanical, like the big box guy you followed around that we don't like.
No, you guys don't like him. I think he's pretty sweet.
We agree to disagree on that one, Kong. If you can talk some sense into him, go right ahead.
Okay. If I see him again.
So, they've gone and stolen her heart. And I mean, if somebody puts it back, she'll probably be fine. But as long as it's gone, she's dead.
Okay. Can't we just build her a new heart?
Each one of those little gears, I think the biggest of them might have been the size of my pinky fingernail. So, I'm not building a new one.
I can try. Might be.
We're gonna call that Plan B.
Okay.
Probably.
But in the meantime, we went over there and they tried to kill another one. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can. This place is kind of shitty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
But it keeps us in business.
It does. The business is always booming when the murderers are out and about. So, actually managed to the quick devices of our dear Frey.
My own murderers.
Oh, then you lose all your money. And it's unprofessional, Kong.
Gotta spend money to make money.
I think murderers are more expensive than us, honestly.
As you guys are talking, by the way, everybody give me a perception roll, please.
Yeah.
RN Jesus is not on my side tonight.
Oh, damn, me neither.
Just so everyone knows, I'm rolling in D&D Beyond to take advantage of this $15 dice set.
Oh, my.
Is it not
You said
carrying
perception,
over?
right?
Yeah. Hopefully it carries over, right?
Should
I
be
rolled
the
a-
9. Give me a sec.
13 plus 3 is a 16.
16. Okay. So 16, that makes Kong the only one.
He's listening very attentively.
Wait, we got one more roll here. Okay, Kong and Pohan.
Kong.
Both Kong and Pohan kind of snap to and look over at the window. There's a large cuboid creature flapping little comical wings staring through the window at you.
Again. Got a character again.
Is this the same guy as before? Or a different guy?
Well, I mean, you assume it's the same guy. They all look alike.
I know Zill told me not to hit him with the javelin. But I'm really rethinking that right now.
I'm gonna go to the farthest corner of the room, hopefully outside of the window and out of range of anyone outside the window seeing me, and just sit down cross-legged and try to be as invisible as I can. Just. Ugh.
I go over and draw the curtains.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
As you draw the curtains, you hear him flap off.
Yeah.
Flap on. Flap off. Flap on, flap off. The flapper. Hey, Draken! I got an invention for you.
Here we go.
A perfect.
All right.
You flap your wings.
Good. I
And
like
it turns
it.
the lights on, and it turns them off.
It's a great invention.
Have you seen Draken?
And you know what we can do first?
There
Sell
is-
people fake,
There is no turning off
sell
with
people fake
Draken.
wings.
There's no turning off with Draken.
Draken is a turnoff. Ba-dum-bum.
Draken,
Ooh.
Dang.
Rip.
hey, Draken is in a relationship. Draken has found someone.
Oh my lord.
Relationship.
Oh no.
Is it with himself?
For the
It
mayor.
might actually be a young dragon. We're not going to talk about it, or
What's their name? What's their name, Draken?
Say none yet.
do you speak Draconic?
I can
Yes.
try. What's the
No.
name?
Yes. Yeah. Sure. I do. Nope. Not a word. Not a single word. Honestly, no.
I'm gonna call her Sue, and I walk over to Draken and I start talking to Draken's right hand. And it's, "Hi, Sue."
Monkey burns.
I have missed you, Kong.
Oh
Right.
man, that's some fire damage right there.
Dang.
Sue doesn't
That's all
seem to
right.
like me.
That seems. Ooh.
Do you want Sue to like
Kong,
you?
I'm
Just
so
go
proud of what Sigil has done to your rhetorical skill.
Ooh.
Alright, so
All right, man.
The
I
business
get
again.
it. You're just jealous. You've never known the touch of a woman. I understand. Or a monkey. I
or
don't question your preferences. That's okay.
the touch of Sue. So
She's a dinosaur.
unless there's any more business, we'll say the banter carries on into the evening.
There was a little more business that
Okay.
I want to get in.
Oh no worries. No
I
worries.
wanted to explain to Kong and reiterate to the party at large that we had Odachon the Bell Ringer down as Dolores' last client, and we had Sly Nye as present at the scene acting suspiciously right after a murder.
Wait, who's Sly Nye?
Sly Nye, he works down the court of woe. He does like pro bono work for the accused.
He's a lawyer.
His parents must have hated him.
Well,
Yeah,
Sly's,
he was a tiefling, so
Sly's
fair chance.
Sly's a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sly is in quotations.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like Slick Dick.
But with
I'm not
all of
touching
that
that
out
one.
of the way,
Me
then
neither.
the banter may continue.
Alright. Well, let's say the banner continues on into the evening. I'm sure there's probably a couple drinks to be
Yeah.
had.
See if the druid can cast mend wounds on you.
From that bird.
From that bird.
That bird.
Draken is so confident, nothing bothers him. It's like,
He'd probably
His
get
ego
along.
is self-repairing.
He'd probably get along well with Yilem if they were friends. So morning comes. I'm assuming everybody stays the night at the office there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time.
Like I
Leave this
said,
tiny.
Well, like I said, there are rooms upstairs too for everyone else too.
Yeah, but still.
The morning comes. The usual morning rituals kind of take place. Everybody does their thing. Zill knocks on the door, as he's prone to, strangely, because it's Zill and he's got these little word quirks.
Mhm. Oh, it's definitely getting open. We know we got the routine down pat this early.
Zill looks at you and says, Jimmy, I believe there's a package on the front step for you. And then turns around and then goes back downstairs.
He's just a little too quick when it comes to stuff like this. Say, okay. Packages can be one of two things: lovely gifts or explosive devices. So,
Or both.
my rapier stays down by the front door. I pick it up before I open it.
All right. So you open the door. Bound, gagged, and throat cut, laying on the stoop of the house, is Sly Nye. He has a dagger plunged into his chest through a piece of parchment that is stained with his blood.
Okay, can I run over and help Jimmy with the dying humanoid?
Well, so far I think it's
Oh.
only Jimmy that's gone downstairs, so...
Oh.
What's that? Oh wait, we got some roboting going on.
Oh, when it's repaired, I'll keep saying things as a robot.
There we go.
And I
There we go.
boosted this damn server too.
We're good. We're back. We're back.
We've returned. No more robot times.
We've gone from cyberpunk back to D&D. We're good.
Nice.
So
So do
I
we
flip
all-
my rapier around. I use it to sort of unfurl the parchment a little bit and read it without taking it off his chest.
All right. It's very plain.
Can I
And
send?
sorry,
Just gonna see if I can send an eyeball down there. Check it out.
if you're curious, it's fine.
Just casually. Just want to kind of roll one towards the door.
It's fine. It's very plain. All it says is back off.
And not even so courteous as to sign it. Who raised these people?
Do I need to roll perception to see what my eye sees?
And you see this. It was written in big, bold, scratched out letters.
As soon as I see a dead guy, I'm running downstairs.
Okay.
I'm changing my focus to psionic restoration.
He's long dead.
All right.
I come downstairs and say, "Oh no, Sly and I die."
Of course. Of course.
Does Nil seem a little stressed, sprinting downstairs and doing stuff?
Of course.
Calm down, calm down. We're still in the threat stage. Well, Sly and I's not in the threat stage anymore, but we're still in the threat stage. Ah, shit.
This dead guy, the Modron, yeah, it just doesn't
What do I
seem
even
like
do?
a good place to be.
I look at the dagger, I guess. Is it of a very plain make, or is it distinctive?
It's exactly like the one you found earlier, actually. Cold to the touch. Barbed.
Ha.
Wicked.
I would like to do something, if you don't mind.
Okay.
The one thing that probably won't work. This
Okay. What you got? Are you rolling?
is that a roll? Let me check. It's the spell that's in the book. Get the vernacular of that. Choose any one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For 4th or higher, make an ability check using spellcasting ability, which is
So basically a
10 plus
dispel.
spells. Yeah, I don't know if it's. I don't know if this is magical or not. I'm just trying something.
You trying to dispel the dagger?
Yes.
Okay. You can try. It's no problem.
So the DC is it's a 3rd level spell. I don't know if.
This would not fall under a 3rd level category.
Okay. So then it's. I don't know if that's 13 or 16.
Well, you're trying to dispel an item, so
Like any effects on the item is what I'm trying to you can choose one object. Does that mean just dispel the dagger or like?
yeah, if the dagger has an enchantment upon it, you can attempt to dispel the item.
Okay, what do I roll for that?
Well, it's a DC. Like your ability has a DC, right? For above 4th.
Mm-hmm.
What is that DC?
So the spell says 10 plus the spell's level, which is I guess 13.
Okay, so 10 plus
Well,
the spell level that you're trying to dispel.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, give me give me a roll to try and dispel it.
Okay. There it is.
Interesting. So you do your ability. Now, I don't think there's any somatic components for your abilities, are there?
Mm-mm. It's just you know the spell and have it prepared, and you
Okay.
can use points to cast it.
Okay.
But I'm just like, once again trying to like move my fingers and like act like there's something going on.
So
Draken's not here. I don't have to try that hard.
So the dagger swells before you and then just cracks into pieces violently. You feel a little like gust of energy come off of it, and Sly Nye's chest just rips open where the dagger was pierced, spraying everybody, basically you and Jimmy, with blood and viscera.
Ah, damn it. Damn it. Why?
It is dispelled.
Mm.
What the
Why?
Didn't need
What did
that
you guys do?
It was gross, but at least they're gone.
It's not like it was going to bring him back to life. All his blood's out.
It's not supposed to come out like that.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. I don't know. It confirmed what I was wondering. Even though I'm not smart at the woo, there's some of that going on. It's not just the iron, like we heard.
That's awesome.
I can send a runner to the council. I can send a runner to the dustmen. I'm not sure how much trouble I want this morning.
Well, from the looks of your morning delivery, I'd say a lot.
So
You can always get extra.
Yeah.
let's do this. Master and Jimmy, you guys make me perception checks real quick, please.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Jimmy,
Yo.
as you're wiping viscera off of you and going, what the hell? You kind of look down at the body and you notice, and this is actually a very good roll, so you're lucky. You notice something's missing from the body, from the
Could it
gaping
be-
wound in his chest.
Could it be a heart, perchance?
It is. There is
Let's say-
actually a vacant space where a heart should be.
I get down close.
All right.
I say, ah,
I don't see anything.
shit. Yeah,
What?
yeah, there's nothing to see.
What do you mean?
Shit, go fetch Freya.
All right, I'll call to you through telepathy because I'm not climbing all the way up the stairs to talk to somebody when I can just ping you
Ping me.
Nice.
at Freya.
Nice.
All right, I come downstairs then at that.
I have not moved a foot away from you, Jimmy.
All right. So you come downstairs. You see the scene. The chest busted wide open.
Oh God, what is that?
That's what I said.
It was Sly Nye.
Oh dear.
Some time ago, it looks
Oh
like.
dear. Oh dear.
He's a bit of a mess now,
Yeah, no kidding.
but I need you to see something.
He dead. He's so dead.
All right.
I'll move
What
out
is
the
it?
way.
Come up, look right here. I'm no expert, but I think even in tieflings, a heart's supposed to go there.
Yes, certainly.
Do you think you can tell how they got it out of him?
Is there any way I could tell? Any roll I can make?
What are you trying to figure out specifically?
Well, Jimmy asked how in the world they could have gotten the heart out of Sly, so I don't know. I guess that's what I'm going to check.
Well, we're doing something a little bit different because of the nature of this type of adventure. I'm going to ask a similar question to you. As Freya, what do you suspect?
Let's see.
Just based on the scene that you see before you.
I mean, based on the scene that I see before me, I see a humanoid that has been exploded. So, I mean, literally, it just looks like fucking magic to me.
All right, so give me an Arcana roll then.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, shit.
You see no reason why magic would have been could have played a part in this. You can think of no spell or incantation that could have caused this to happen. So you, based upon logic, assume that it was cut out physically.
I mean, based upon, as far as I can tell, Jimmy, maybe his heart was cut out physically. Would that knife have anything to do with this at all?
He was still in one piece when we came out and checked him. The mess was nil. Doing something.
Could I walk over to wherever there's blood and be like, could this be it? Could this be it? Maybe this could be it.
Of course. I would expect nothing less.
Everyone's used to just ignoring me.
Apparently.
Well,
Jimmy's very studiously ignoring that. He looks the first time, just in case, like, his heart was literally blown out of his chest by the explosion. And when you're pointing at a tiny smudge of blood, he looks back.
No, there's definitely something more to this.
Alright.
Because there would have been, even if it had been destroyed in the eruption of power caused by the dispel, there would have been some part of it remaining. This is literally a vacant cavity where the heart should be. The arterial and cardiovascular material that would normally attach to the heart has all been cleanly severed.
Yeah, that's why I wondered if, like, maybe that knife had anything to do with it.
Was the parchment attached to his chest destroyed when the knife exploded?
It got tore up pretty bad, but it's still there. I mean, it's just ripped in half. 3 ways.
I'll take that. And I say, God, it's too early for this. And I haul him down off of our stoop. Appropriately, what would be done here? Because, like, Jimmy would probably have familiarized himself with sigil politics, but I'm still a little shaky on it. Would you send for the council because there's been a murder and a corpse delivered to your door, or would you just send for the dustman and say, hey, come get this corpse?
At this point, you would probably just send for the dustman and hope that they don't inform anyone else. Law and order and sigil is spotty.
A little iffy.
Yeah.
Right. I say we're gonna call this one in. They're gonna come get him, and we're gonna hope that nothing else comes of it until we go asking around. Alright, so I need to go someplace. I'm sure there are urchins or just like street kids someplace that'll get me a message to the dustman.
Okay. You can send a courier.
I need to send a courier.
That's fine.
I would like to do so.
Ask the one that's right outside.
So
It's not doing anything. I'm sure it's not busy.
I will say, as you're flagging down a courier, about a block away, you see a familiar pair of twin fencer trolls standing on the corner with a set of bongo drums.
Ah, my boys. I do need to go speak to Morvund and Phineas after I've sent this courier off.
Alright, so you send the courier off to basically request a corpse collection.
Yep.
Alright. Courier's away.
I tell Kong, since he's here and, you know, we've been doing this the longest together. Keep an eye. See who they send for it. Because the Dustmen are a little suspicious in this too.
Yeah, those sons of bitches. You can never trust them.
So, Kong duly notified I changed my bloody shirt.
Okay.
And I hie off for Morvund and Phineas.
Alright. As you approach, you hear the familiar do 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 do. They're both wearing berets and little rectangular sunglasses on their enormous, bulbous, warty noses. Hey, Jimmy.
Lads, how you been?
Come to shoot the breeze. Tell us how it is, my man.
Ah, it's always best to patronize the arts a little bit. And I pop a silver in their hat. And I say, how long you been out today, boys?
Oh, silver. Man, let me tell you, the sky is blue except when it's green. But I cry my tears of sweaty filth upon the streets of this here disgusting city. And as we walk straight upon the narrow, the curve, and the twist, I see all, for upon the doorway lies the dead man brought to you by the judge of all who know not the wealth of the privileged.
Be a damn shame if the actual judge brought him. He's probably been a personal friend.
What are you saying there, brother man?
That is the recently departed body of quite the well-known lawyer.
Oh, we know. He's gotten us off the hook a few times, right, brother? Nudge, nudge.
The city might be worse off for his loss, but I gotta ask, boys. Who brought him here? You get an eye on it?
Oh, you know, I'm just a street poet, brother. I don't want to get involved in nothing.
Oh, I'll hardly press you if you feel like it's a bit of a risky proposition, but you know, safest way to keep violence from coming to the street is for me to find out.
Violence is
That
already
way
come
I can
to the
keep it
street.
somewhere away.
Came to your street, Jimmy. You're a marked man. You trouble. People die wherever you go. I'm not sure I want a part of that. Know what I'm saying?
Be a shame if I couldn't come here every morning, hear the beats, the words, continue to patronize.
I know my beautiful poetry is inspiring to the masses, but let's be honest, Jimmy. My brother and I were to lose our lives, it would be a tremendous loss of culture to this otherwise seedy metropolis of filth and despair.
I shudder. I shudder at the very thought. Well, boys, you stay safe. Keep an eye out if you can.
You too, my man. You too.
back off to the office.
Should have your kids do your poetry.
All right. There's probably a bunch of stuff to do, but should we take our drink break?
We can if you guys want to.
10:14. Let's take our drink break.
All right. In that case, we will be right back. All right, we are back. Live and eating chives. I don't know. That doesn't work real good.
Nope. Back to the drawing board.
Live
Too
field
situational.
vibes.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah.
All right, so we just had another encounter with Morven and Phineas, the beatnik trolls.
They were not of much assistance this time, and yet it's still always a pleasure.
Yep.
Morven and Phineas.
So,
And we've managed
after
to,
speaking to the boys, I returned to the office.
we have managed to knock a player off the board too. Sly Nye.
Oh, I wouldn't say we managed it.
Somebody managed it.
Yep.
Now, if you just want to tell us who it was so we can send him a flower basket, that'd be awesome.
Sure, sure. It
Wow.
was.
I'm sure we can find a way to fit Kong into the basket.
It was obviously Lim. Lim is guilty of everything. He is the
Yeah.
Put me in a
mastermind.
basket. Put me in a basket. I jump out, go, surprise, motherfucker!
But I would like to summon the entire crew
All
to the
right.
office. Gotta convene everybody.
All right.
Put up the homebrew signal.
I was already there, so. Alright.
Yeah, but I mean, Draken's not up.
Big silhouette of an octopoid
On to
head
that
on a
Kong.
sparkle.
I'm formulating something. At some
Oh,
point,
no.
I'm just throwing.
He's creating another girlfriend.
Left hand Sally.
Actually, I'm thinking, how can I get Kong snuck in somewhere with the hand of glory?
Oh lord. Not the hand.
You're
of
using the
glory.
hand of glory.
I'm so disturbed right now.
Stranger to the
Oh.
Stranger danger.
You made Nil disgusted. Do you know how hard that is, Draken?
And you just met me.
Oh, you're not.
Kong is a very good judge of character.
I met Nil.
When?
No, this is your first encounter with Nil.
You're thinking of memories from your past lives.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know you.
You met her yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I know you.
From
The grocery store.
what?
Yeah. I helped you with the big, like, I don't know, it was like this big, and it was a fruit. It had tentacles coming out of it. It was like an orangish purple. Do you really not remember?
No, the master does all the grocery shopping, so I don't. I don't know where we would have run into each other.
I don't know.
Somewhere
I
along
can't
the
believe you don't remember me.
Somewhere
I'm
along the
I was
line,
just sitting back enjoying the banter.
Kong discovered drugs somewhere out there on the streets.
The urchins have access to things that will free your mind. If anyone ever wants to try.
Shrooms.
I'll keep them in mind.
They're in these little blue pills. They have pictures of cartoon characters on them from places and shows I've never heard of.
So not Flintstone vitamins. Good to know.
Maybe.
What's a
Were they made in the backseat of a car?
Inquiring minds want to know.
They were
I don't
made in an abandoned Minuteman silo in a distant planet.
I don't ask too many questions. I just believe in the path for enlightenment. You must try everything at least once.
This is very much in keeping.
Yeah.
But that's
Friends.
stupid. I mean, if logic tells you that something's gonna hurt you, you shouldn't try it. Like
How do you know it's going to hurt you until you try it?
physics, science, things that have been proven, facts,
Oh my
research.
god.
So can you fly? I
Sometimes
saw you fly. Can you fly now?
in certain conditions.
How'd you know until you tried? Exactly.
You can't
Wow.
win an
And
argument with a monk. It
And
doesn't work.
I just turn
Wow.
around to everyone and be like, "Do you get him or her? What are you? I'm sorry, Master.
It's a
what are
her
you
this
playing?"
time.
Her. Okay. Do you get
That
her?
question has not been answered yet. People
Okay.
have assumed something, but I never
Where
said.
did you pick this person up?
She's with Master. With Master. Got referred over by Master and Zill. She's a new co-worker. That's right. I forgot to say.
Hey,
What?
You
They
should have
don't
seen.
even
She
know
makes
that
a
you
great
have-
kobold.
But they don't even. They don't even know you. Just you gotta try stuff.
Kong, I'm in
Within-
full agreement. But we
within
got
reason.
bigger fish to fry.
Within reason.
Fair point. I turn around and hold out a bag and say, "Would you like to try one?"
Wait,
Oh my god.
don't know if my constitution's high enough for this.
What's the Constitution?
So as you guys are talking, you hear a
I
loud
tried
bang,
desperately to
bang,
get people's
bang,
attention.
bang on the door downstairs. Open up!
Gods damn it. Oh wait, they're not here anymore.
Oops.
Just us, I guess. Alright, let's handle
Yep.
this. And I go down.
All right. See what's going on here.
Standing outside your door are 3 heavily armored gentlemen wearing the crest of the Mercykillers, the keepers of law and order.
Oh boy.
Indeed, indeed.
It's very
kind of
rare that
weapons
you
do
see
they
them
have?
here in the hive. What's that?
What kind of weapons? Like, do they have like swords or maces and stuff hanging from them?
They each have a sword on their side and are carrying a halberd.
How tall are they?
Well, they're fully armored, and in their armor, they're over 6 feet each.
Okay. Armor's like immaculate shiny, I take it.
Yes.
While they're talking, I want to look in their armor and like lick my fingers and fix my eyebrows while looking in the reflection.
All right.
Smooth.
I look at 3 of them, large and heavily armored. I just put the rapier back in its little stand by the door and I say, gentlemen,
The lead one unrolls a scroll in front of you and says, "You are hereby ordered, by the declaration of the Harmonium, to stand trial for the furtive murder of Nye, the legal assistant in the Court of Woe. Will you come quietly, Jimmy Callons?"
I should ask you, Church, how much of a right to representation do I have here? Or to habeas corpus?
You do have a right to representation. You will be given a fair trial, but there's no guarantee that there isn't something else happening here. You do know that the Mercykillers are extremely lawful. It's their faction. Their faction is all about law and order.
Mm-hmm. Let me insight check them.
Okay.
In fact, I want to do 2 checks. One, to know if this is according to the usual protocol of the Mercykillers to conducting arrests in Sigil, and the other to insight check them to see if they are on the up and up, essentially, really carrying out their normal roles.
Fair enough.
That seems suspicious.
So here's the insight.
Can I
Okay.
also, like, for a different reason, try to figure out what's going on?
Of
Because
course.
if they're lawful, they should have evidence, right? Evidence leads to an arrest, always. So
Always.
how then do they have evidence that he was the person who killed Nye?
Well, that would be hard to figure out just on an insight roll. That would actually take some questioning.
Okay.
They
I
don't look like they're answering questions.
I will
I
say,
mean,
what
they read the-
what was your first insight roll for, Jimmy?
The first one is to determine, are they acting just suspiciously of their own accord? Do they appear, to all accounts, to be regular Mercykillers going about their usual business of carrying out law and order in Sigil?
The only
Can I-
suspicious part of this is that they're actively coming to you and you are in the hive. They don't normally operate in the hive.
Okay. The second check, and you tell me what variety it would be. I would like to know, how strange is it for a murder to occur, certainly in the last 24 hours, to probably be discovered in the last 2, and there is a warrant for my arrest, not merely just for my arrest, but to stand trial?
Okay, fair. Let's see that one.
I don't know what to roll for it. What should I roll?
We'll do insight still.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Now, while you don't doubt the Harmonium or the Mercykillers striving for law and order, and nor do you doubt that these guys are acting beyond those boundaries, you do wonder how news of this got to them this quickly with your name attached on it, because the only person, aside from the fencer trolls, the twin trolls in the corner, and the courier that you sent, nobody's really discussed this with anyone except for maybe Zill, which you know he's on your side.
Well, I do know one more person who's aware of Sly Nye's involvement.
Yeah, fall
But
from grace.
You hate to level these accusations at a client.
True.
Yeah.
That's done
Have a-
after much digging.
I have a small question
If you let them take it in, I think I know who's
Yeah.
getting digging.
that I would like to ask
What's that?
the leader.
All right.
We have sufficient evidence that this person is the culprit?
Evidence is not my job. He will be given a fair trial, at which point he will be able to present his own defense. In accordance, the evidence that is in existence will be presented to either prove or disprove his guilt.
May I see your warrant there, sir?
He hands it to you.
I check which judge signed it.
Okay. You read through the warrant. Judge Gabberslug is the signature at the bottom.
Warrant warrant signed by Judge Gaverslook. I'm tangentially related to law and order in this city. Might I know this name? Just to the sense that I know he's an actual judge, perhaps whose jurisdiction is over the hive.
It's one of those instances where it'd be nice if Zill were around.
It would, wouldn't it?
Give me we'll just do base intelligence check again for this one. Nope. Don't recognize the name. Kong, you want to give it a whirl with your urchin contacts? You've been in Sigil for a while.
Had your run-ins.
Yeah, let's see, just in case.
Okay. See if you recognize the name Judge Gaberslug. Sounds like something that would stick out in Kong's mind.
And what role would this be?
Intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Unless you have some type
16.
of urban skill that would allow you to do it.
Nature, medicine, investigation, insight, no. 16.
You rolled a 16?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In that case, you do actually recognize the name. You've not necessarily encountered him, but you've heard of him. You know he's a rogue Nalfishni, excuse me. Nalfishni.
That's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one.
Mm-hmm.
Which, don't know if you're familiar with a Nalfishni.
So, Gabberslug is an Anafishi?
A Nalfishli. Nalfishni. Here, let me do this. I will put this in Sigil Confidential. It's just for you guys to see.
Oh.
That's a Nalfishni.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
He is a rogue Nalfishni who runs the Court of Woe on behalf of the Dustman.
Ugh.
I have questions.
Questions are there to be had.
What you got?
I don't know if this is stupid. This is probably stupid. Can I try to intimidate them into just leaving him alone?
You're welcome to try.
It's like,
If you try, Jimmy is going to strongly discourage you from this course of action.
I look at you, I look at them, I look at you. All right.
It's part of doing business sometimes. Church.
Yes.
Am I familiar enough with the protocol of being jailed around here to know that they might seize my possessions when I arrive?
If you're arrested, everything's fair game.
We'll have a fun jailbreak later. That's fun. Yes.
Before leaving, I take off Stapleton's derby, and I hang it on the hat rack inside.
All right.
Already took off the rapier. It's sitting there.
All right. So you're gonna let him take you?
It seems wiser to me. I'm going to proceed.
I see.
Court.
Kind of mulling this over, and I just kind of give him a nod of acknowledgement, like, "We'll get you out of this."
Jimmy, give me an intelligence check real quick.
Aye. This man's about to make me roll to make sure I don't do something dumb. That's a low intelligence check.
Wow. Okay, no, you're good. All right, so you offer up your hands for manacles, and
Oh, manacles now. That's different. They've asked me to accompany them.
Oh no, they're putting you in chains.
Yeah, is he wearing his coat with like pockets and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would.
Before he gets out of the doorway, can I, like, stealth and sort of? I want to try to put like a sensor in his pocket.
A sensor?
Right.
Do you have something like that?
Yes. Nomadic Mind has a wandering eye that I can.
Oh, you're dropping one of your eyeballs in?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Do you have to physically put it in there with your hand?
It says you create a psychic sensor within 60 feet of you. It's invisible and hovers, so it can hover in its pocket. I don't know if...
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out if you have to make a sleight of hand to do this, or if it's just an invisible action.
In 60 foot, I think she could probably just make it in my pocket.
Yeah, it's an invisible action. It sounds like it just hovers over you invisibly.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Alright, do you let them put the manacles on you?
I say to Kong and Draken, behind me, I say, follow on, guys. Don't let me cool my heels too long.
Yeah. As you look past them, you see Pohan standing behind them, hackles raised, kind of growling.
Yeah, I had the actual proper like new age sheet and stuff where I could put things, but it's reverted to the old one now. So.
Yeah, I had to revert to the old one because nobody liked the new one.
Nothing that I do fits into this, so
it's all good. We'll make it work.
And I can't make it in D&D Beyond, so
it's all good. It's all good. It just make people wonder even more.
Okay.
So you're letting them lead you on, right?
That is a plan. I think Draken was saying something though.
We got Draken?
I was just gonna tell Jimmy, don't worry, I got you. If you're alive long enough, I ain't gonna let you rot in prison.
Alright.
We're
going onwards.
You guys did survive an end of the world scenario together.
I heard.
We're going onwards.
Alright, so they lead Jimmy off in chains.
I'd like to follow.
You're gonna follow?
Just sort of walk behind.
There's nothing saying that
like,
all of you can't follow. They didn't tell you you couldn't. It's not like this is some... As long as you're not threatening about it, they're not going to care if you come along.
I'll stay here. I don't need to go.
Okay.
I have visual. I'll settle for that.
I'm actually gonna go and meet up with some of the urchins and use the like the street information network and see what we can find out in terms of kind of how a warrant or what information was kind of leaked to try and make Jimmy a suspect.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Draken just so they all have backup.
Okay. So you're following
Zill
Draken.
being a
Yeah.
clever man and a propertied man.
And Draken knows I'm with him. I want him to know.
Okay.
Might hopefully secure me legal representation.
Well, rather than sitting here by myself, I guess I'll go with Jimmy and Draken.
Okay.
Having anything
So
else to do. But if they get into some sort of a situation, I'm out. I'm new
Way
here.
to be a team player.
Hey, you're on payroll.
I'm
Getting
new
into
here.
situations is what we do.
There's no real bond here, sort of, yet. But I'm developing that, so it's just kind of
It's getting
a
there.
loose association,
All right.
which is becoming something else.
So Kong's
Yeah.
Kong's going out to the urchins to gather information. Everybody else is pretty much following Jimmy.
I definitely don't want to go with the urchins because that's just gonna hurt my brain.
Okay. So they will lead you, those of you following Jimmy. see, you guys are going to the prison, the ladies' ward, basically.
Mhm.
The prison's a ward, not necessarily a full-blown prison, although you are going to prison.
Oh, yeah.
So Kong, you're utilizing an information network. Okay.
Damn right.
Give me just a roll 20. I'm not going to tell you what it's for, but roll 20. Okay. Give me one more. Okay. All right, so you run across two groups that you're familiar with that will speak to you. All right. The first one is Timmy Two-Tone. All right, he's a little tiefling lad. He's about 12 years old. He's half gray and half bright red. And he has one horn on one side of his head. A little weird looking, but he's
What's
smart
his name?
kid. Timmy Two-Tone. And Timmy Two-Tone.
Timmy!
Timmy Two-Tone tells you that Judge Gabberslug has actually helped a number of the urchins out get off the hook. He's always been a fine, upstanding guy as far as a judge goes, although it's a little creepy that you have to actually go out into the negative plane to go to his court. Yeah, they actually run a shielded courtroom out there.
So Timmy, act like I've only been here a few years. What's the negative plane?
The negative energy plane.
Yeah.
You know how you got life? It's like this big ball of beautiful energy, life. Right?
Yeah, let's say I do.
It's a positive energy, chi, life. Imagine the opposite of that. Now imagine an entire plane of existence that is nothing but that.
So it's anti-chi?
Pretty much.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead people there.
Balls. Okay. Happen to know any information on a warrant that was put out for my friend Jimmy?
What do I look like, Colin? A cop?
No. But you interact with them enough.
No.
Jimmy.
Nope.
All right.
All right.
Would you like some candy? And I hold out a bag.
He knows better.
Okay.
Go
Go around giving candy to all the street urchins in the city.
Oh no, he knows better than to reach into any bag you open.
Hey, you want some candy? It's in my pocket.
Oh Lord. So,
No.
your next contact is actually a. His name's Freddy.
Timmy and Freddy are talking about Jimmy. I think we have a theme here.
Freddy is actually an elven man, full grown, hundreds of years old. But Freddy suffered a severe head injury many, many, many years ago, and actually caused him to get stuck in a childlike state. So he hangs out with the urchins. Nobody knows his real name. Everybody just calls him Freddy because he doesn't remember his real name. Freddy, however, tells you that Harry Hatches was actually seen by himself personally.
Timmy, Freddy, Harry.
Skulking around the detective agency the same day the body was delivered.
Can you tell me about Harry Freddy?
What?
Freddy? Do you know Harry?
He's kind of well known. You may already know him. We did when he showed up the first time.
What do I know about Harry then?
Harry is like the most well-known business promoter around.
All right. I can work with this. I give Freddy some real candy and say thank you.
Oh, thank you, Con.
Good work, Freddy.
All right. So,
And I'm going to make my way over to Harry's office.
all right, you heading to Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, so back to you guys as you head to the ladies' ward, to the prison. As you approach the prison, which is stoic, stone, gray, full of bars and just armored guards everywhere, it is the exemplary example of everything orderly and chaste and horrible. The rest of you are stopped at the door. You're not allowed entry. As they begin to process Jimmy.
Okay, great. Sounds
I
good.
yell over my shoulder, "Be sure to get me a lawyer."
Jimmy, what's your AC?
With or without the armor they're about to take off me.
You're still wearing it at this point.
Okay, yeah, my AC is 14.
14. Okay. A crossbow bolt whizzes past your head from somewhere out in the crowd. Boom! Sticking into the wall, which of course immediately causes the guards to rail about, drawing their weapons. They're actually in a defensive perimeter around you.
I duck my head down and make sure one's between me and the location of the bolt.
Anybody else? All right, go ahead.
Loose operation you're running around here.
This wasn't our intention.
I would like to try to find whoever shot at Jimmy, and I yell, Freya, see if we can get him bail. And then I take off.
Where are you taking off to?
I'm gonna see
The sky.
spot check to see if I can.
You trying to see
Well, first
who
off,
shot
can I
it?
see where the bolt came from?
Not right offhand, no. It's a thronging crowd.
I am going to take to the skies.
I'm supposed to see if I can get him bail? How?
You
I
should
don't know,
have
I don't even know
access
if you're
to
gonna
company funds.
Yes, that's right. Ask the Eldrin to pay money for something. Because they totally use money.
You should have access to company funds. So Jimmy's
Draken
money is
is
actually the
cheesy.
company money.
There you go. So, you wanted us to do a spot hidden, Draken?
So, perception +1.
There you go.
See, now you're doing it too.
I know, I'm crossing game lines here.
Mm,
I was about to say. Don't think
14.
past it.
Alright, you don't see anything right offhand, no.
Gonna take to the sky and see if I can see anyone running.
Alright.
I look at the crossbow bolt. I
Like
look
a
out into the
beautiful
crowd.
flying
and-
golden.
Alright. You want to try and look too, Master?
I'm just gonna look. I look at the bolt. I look at the crowd. And I look at Jimmy, and I keep looking at Jimmy. And
Alright.
for some reason, you can't tell what I'm thinking about, but I'm focusing on something.
Okay.
Since this is concentration, I have to keep it up.
Okay. So another bolt flies. It clanks off the armor of one of the people around you, Jimmy, but they're obviously trying to hit you.
Second bolt, I would like to try to trace where it came from with my eyes, if I can.
All right, perception.
Now that I look for it. Oh, is that actually my perception?
Yeah.
It's a +3. Why isn't it there? Oh.
That's persuasion.
Persuasion. Go ahead and roll again.
Not better.
But it's a lot better than the one. Now, come on.
Yeah. The
All
next
right.
one hits my eye, lol.
Yeah, you still can't see where it came from, though.
But Draken might have.
Shrug.
Yeah, because now I'm high. I have the advantage of height.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead.
Do I have the advantage of height?
I'll give you... You know what? I'll give you advantage. Go for it.
Alrighty.
I don't know why I'm trying so hard to keep an eye on you.
No, that's probably wise.
Neither one turned out well, so a 9 would be my best.
9.
Draken is not very good at seeing.
That's all right. So one more bolt flies through. Oh!
I have partial cover from these guards.
You do, but that's a nat 20.
I know.
Ooh.
All right, so you take 6 points of damage
God damn it.
as a crossbow bolt neatly penetrates a small gap in their perimeter, nailing you in the chest.
I see this, right?
Yeah,
Because I mean,
you hear it.
I would like to. Can I see Jimmy?
Yeah, barely. Like he's surrounded.
Okay. How far away is he from me?
Ooh, let's say about 15 feet at this point.
Okay, I would like to cast Healing Word on Jimmy.
Okay. Well, real quick, Jimmy, give me a con check. Con save.
These motherfuckers. Hey, is this poison?
It is.
I got advantage, my friend.
Go
I am
for it.
revived.
I know. Go for it. I mean, unless you just want to skip the advantage, I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
I think not. I think I need all the advantage I can get.
All right. So 12.
That is 12.
Okay. 12. You immediately begin to see the wound spider across your flesh, going up your neck, down your shoulder and your arm, and you can feel it biting. Something was on that bolt, and it is definitely still affecting you.
All right.
I would like to Healing Word Jimmy.
All right. Healing word is just simple damage, right?
1d. I think so, yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
I'll cast it. There we
Okay.
go.
All right. So the initial damage is healed.
Yes.
The physical
and if it
damage.
deals
What?
additional poison damage, I do have resistance to that.
Okay. So you'll take half damage.
Yes.
Okay.
I pull the bolt out as soon as I see this start to happen. Damn the extra damage to my flesh. I gotta get out of contact with the poison.
All right. You'll take a point
Yeah.
from the yank. All right. So that one struck home.
I flee into the prison.
All right. They won't stop you. Draken, from your aerial perspective, you see 5 gray-cloaked figures scatter in separate directions.
I want to cast a spell.
Okay.
I want to cast Mind Rack.
On...
Mind Spike. On just one of the figures at random.
Okay. Mind spike.
Yep. A wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Alright, you tagged him.
Cool. Then he takes... Question, can I limit how much damage I do?
Limit? No. I wouldn't say with this because it's psychic damage.
Alright, it's a second level, so 3d8.
Mm-hmm. Roll 3d8.
Go low. And low. 13. There we go.
Alright.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to come back down to ground and concentrate on Mind Spike.
Alright, well, hang on. Okay. He stumbles for a moment as you hit him with it, and kind of turns up and starts looking around trying to find you, but can't see you. And immediately takes off.
Perfect. I'm gonna wait.
Alright.
And I will go find Freya. And... a minute.
Right. Jimmy, your left leg is gone completely numb.
Well, if my left leg has gone numb, walking or fleeing into the prison is going to be a real struggle.
Yeah, but you made it into the prison before that happened. You can feel it starting to just kind of, your extremities are getting tingly, like they're all going numb.
Oh, shit. I try to pull at whatever pants I'm wearing so I can get a look at the condition of my leg.
Alright. It's pale and dead looking as normal.
That's about how it usually goes. Are any of the Mercykillers still around me?
There's one actually. He's getting you up off the floor, so to speak. He's lifting you up.
If I can still speak, I say there was contact poison. I can't move.
Okay.
Can I see this?
No, he's inside.
With the eye?
The eye.
Oh, the eye. Yes, I forgot. Sorry, you can.
Okay, I relate to Freya what's happening since she's the healer in the group.
That's fair. The Mercykillers are still like forming a small barricade at the door. 3 more have joined it.
How is he gonna get a fair trial if he dies in there because he got shot while you were bringing him into custody?
Are you asking one of them that?
It's kind of a rhetorical question that I'm aiming at the phalanx of people.
Okay, yeah, they're not paying any attention to you.
We could help him if you'd let us.
Inside, you hear the Mercykiller that picked him up he lays him on a nearby desk and immediately calls for a cleric.
I open up the armor. I start undoing some of the buckles down the side.
You get past about 2 of them, and then your fingers become unusable.
I slap at them a couple times. I say, "Ah, shit!"
This
again.
is so stupid. All right, I can see him. Hopefully, I know where he is. I'm so tired of this.
It's a damn good thing I don't have to breathe.
Literally, I'm so tired of this. I could help. I just can't. Can I cast
Cast what?
darkness?
On. On what?
Self?
On yourself? You can. I assume it's the same 15-foot radius?
It's 10 for every point, and I just want to spend 1.
Okay. So 10-foot radius around you?
Right.
immediately engulfs in darkness, which instantly draws the attention of the Mercykillers.
All right. He's gonna die if they don't do anything. They're just sitting there. Yeah,
But-
call for it, cleric. How long is that gonna take?
Oh, there's one coming right now. They're,
I need to hurry up.
yeah, he's being attended to as we speak.
Do I see that?
Yes.
Good.
Can I still speak when
Maybe
they
I'll calm
arrive?
down a little bit,
Mhm.
because I was planning some stuff over here.
It's kind of like your mouth's been shot full of Novocaine, but you can still kind of talk.
As the cleric arrives, I say, if my heart's not beating, don't worry about that. That's normal.
The cleric is an ancient woman, human woman, and she literally like looks at you, pats you on the cheek, and says, "That's all right, dearie." So, as you're losing consciousness, Jimmy, from whatever paralytic they hit you with, she's tending to you. All right.
Let's see how this goes.
You are put into a cell once you're treated. The poison is counteracted. The rest of you doing anything in the meantime?
I actually am.
Okay.
I am gonna grab Nil and Freya and said, I think we should go find them, the ones that decided to do this.
All right. Well,
We
you got
should indeed.
You've got
You
an
guys
hour.
with me?
A shadow nearby agrees.
I do have an hour.
Yeah. You've got an hour. Colin, where are you at?
Went to go see Harry Hashis.
All right.
Hatches.
So as you guys begin your pursuit, we're going to switch over to Colin for a moment. Colin, you're at the office of Harry Hatches.
All right, before I go in, what time is it? Is it daylight?
About 3 in the afternoon by
All right.
Sigil time.
All right, so it's daylight.
Mhm.
What's his office look like?
It's
How many
a
stories?
5-story building.
What story is his office on?
The 5th one.
Of course it is. Is
Of
he
course it is.
in? I'm gonna go in,
I
and I'm
say,
gonna.
how are you determining that?
Well, that's why I was just talking out loud. I'm gonna go in. And I'm gonna approach the receptionist office, like at the front desk. Unless it's security. Is it security?
The first level is actually nothing but statues, posters, and promotional materials for all the things that he's promoting currently.
What's he currently promoting?
Well, there's a number of plays, a couple of musical acts. There's 5 or 6 businesses, including
The brothel.
a half-orc who's running insurance.
Okay. So,
There,
is there,
what-
like-
What was that last thing?
A half-orc that's running insurance.
Oh, okay. Huh.
all right. So I'm gonna make my way through the first floor, looking for a way to make my way up to the 5th floor.
There's a set of stairs that go up.
All right.
I've heard of this before.
So I'm gonna.
Yeah, I know.
You're
right?
not here. So we're gonna make my way up to the 5th floor.
So you're just making your way up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's say you get to the 3rd floor, and as you come up the top of the stairs, you're greeted by a large room with a single desk with a Barriar woman seated behind it, looking at you, filing her nails.
All right, I don't know what a Barriar is. Describe what she looks like to me.
Let me see if I get you a picture. Barriars are kind of like centaurs, except they're goats, basically.
Okay. So she doesn't need a chair.
No, she's sitting on her haunches. Probably a pillow, but you can't tell.
Okay. So I'm gonna stroll up to the desk and say, "Hi, diddly ho there."
She looks over her horn-rimmed glasses, filing her nails. She's chewing on something, probably cud, and says, "Yes."
Quick scan of her desk. What does she have? Is she drinking anything?
No.
Damn it.
It's pretty much a bare desk.
Damn it. Okay. How does she take notes? How do you take notes? I notice you have nothing to write with.
Makes you think I take notes, monkey boy. What do you want?
Well, even I take notes and I'm a monkey. I'm here to see Harry.
You have an appointment?
No, but I have a product to pitch to him, and I mean, he's just, he's gonna patch it up.
Name?
I am the Divine Kong.
She looks over her horn-rimmed glasses at you disapprovingly again. Divine
Those
Kong.
are beautiful glasses.
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Oh, but it gets me everywhere.
Have a seat.
Okay. I scan around. Are there seats?
There's 2 chairs against the wall.
Okay. Well, she's a goat, so maybe her seats to her are different.
You sit down.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a dex save, please.
What did I do with my sheet? There it is. Dex save. 17 plus 7 is 24.
All right. As you sit down on the chair folds backwards into an open compartment that pops open behind it, trying to drop you into a chute below. You deftly roll out of it as it attempts to drop you and roll to your feet.
I want to say I picture myself landing in a 3-point stance with my spear behind myself.
Your staff, you mean?
Yeah. And I look at her and say, "You guys need to fix that. I could have seriously hurt myself."
She smirks, stands up, and immediately bolts for a door at the far end of the room, full speed.
I'm going to take off after her, but I want to reach into my bag and throw Chucky in front of her.
All right, that's going to be a rough throw, but I'll give you a chance.
All right. What do I roll? Just the dex for that?
Let's go with strength for this one, because you're really having to have to. You're running, she's running, you're trying to get it in front of her.
6 plus 1, so a 7. Not so good.
Nope. I mean, you can scoop Chucky up as you're running, but you missed.
I'm going to do that.
All right.
And as I scoop him up, I'm going to say, "That was a good shot, little guy."
It's fine. I think you can outrun most anything.
Yeah, no, you can catch her pretty easy if you try.
That is true. So, yeah, I'm gonna put the focus on, and instead of jogging, I'm gonna be like full out sprinting.
All right.
And I want to try and do like a slide kick to her back legs.
I'm gonna try and trip her.
Yep.
All right, roll to hit.
Would that be strength or dex?
This is a standard 2-hit roll,
Unarmed to hit.
unarmed attack.
Unharmed hit.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
just
yours is
D20.
great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I am. I'm a monk.
Oh
unarmed.
yeah, I'm a monk.
Oh
right, bro.
yeah, look at that. 2 hit. Oh, not so much. 8 plus 7 is 15.
15.
Yep.
All right, and it's a trip attack though that you're trying to do specifically.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, you'll tag her and she'll stumble a little bit, but she's still moving.
Okay.
Her turn.
Let
Her turn.
me check. Okay, no, that's fine. I'm just checking something while she's doing that. Do I have rope? I do.
What's your AC?
17.
17.
Yep.
All right. So she throws a small satchel at your feet.
Okay.
And a big puff of dust fills the air around you.
Oh. What's it do?
Let's see. Let me get my save pulled up here. I need you to con save, please.
Ooh. Seven plus 1, 8.
8. All right.
Yep. Not good.
You are immediately.
Is that an area of effect?
It is.
He has advantage.
Does he?
Monk level 7 gets evasion.
Oh, it is evasion. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Is that new?
Yeah, you just got that.
When subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dex, it was a dex saving throw.
Oh, not for con. That's right.
Right.
All right. No.
Different kind of area.
So you're immediately unable to breathe and sneezing uncontrollably. So you're incapacitated. You immediately like double over, like start gasping for breath and just sneezing uncontrollably. Welcome back. She takes off and gets through the door.
When she gets to the door, is she going up or down? Can I tell from the door, like before it closes?
We'll say it looks like up.
Okay.
So, give me another con save to try and resist it.
19 plus 1 is 20.
There you go. You managed to shrug it off and get out of the dust cloud you're in. Your eyes are still watering. You have a lot of mucus coming out of your nose.
Yeah, so it's a Saturday.
All right, so
checking something. Is this a 5-story building with windows on the outside?
not a lot.
Or is it like stone?
It's stone.
How high does a 5-story building go?
50 to 64 feet, depending on how they do their ceilings.
What are you thinking to do here?
Climb the outside wall.
Gonna pull a King Kong.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep.
King Kong.
But I had an ability for like, I thought for like jumping, but I can't remember what it's called. So I'm not gonna spend too much time digging for that. I'm going to actually shift into monkey form to give myself that extra boost to speed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna book it into her direction, doing like blowing my nose like a farmer does by plugging one nose and just like
Snot rocketing.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just following her, basically?
Yeah.
Alright. So you start tearing up the stairs, though. She actually skips the 4th level. You can see her. You're catching. But
I picture myself like not even doing every stair. I'm like pole vaulting up over like the railings to go faster.
All right, we're gonna start getting into some dex checks here now. Are you sure?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm. And each time I do, I'm gonna go parkour. That's what the urchins call it.
Okay. Give me a dex. Give me a dex save. We're gonna do 3 of these in succession.
Okay.
You have been
20
reading
plus
Dresden.
4, 20. So yeah, nat 20 plus 4.
Okay, that's the
This
first one.
is great.
2 more.
Second one is a 10 plus 4 for a 14,
Okay.
and a 8 plus 4 for a 12.
All right. The 12, you stumble. You
Okay.
land it. You're not falling down, 4 flights of stairs, but you stumble, so you have to take a second to recoup, which gives her a chance to get through the door. So she kicks through the door of the 5th floor. While you regain your feet.
Okay. Roughly how far away would you say she is at this point?
That's hard to say because she's through the door.
How far is it between me and the door? Let's go there.
20 feet.
All right. So she's at least 20 feet away. I could close that distance pretty quick. I'm gonna make my way towards the door at a normal pace, what I would say,
Okay.
while making a lasso out of rope from my pack.
Okay. Give me a dex check for, for rope use.
12 plus 4, 16.
Alright. You're pretty sure you got it.
All right.
So you bust through the door. However,
I'm going to kick the door open.
it was already open.
Oh, all right.
She beat you to it.
Standing inside is a tall human man at the far end of the room, standing at his desk, looking at you quite angrily. There's something very imposing about him. She is like skittering to try and get to him. In fact, you know who this is, actually.
This is Harry.
This is Harry.
Okay. But she's trying to get to him. How far to him is she?
About 15 feet away.
How far from me?
About 15 feet.
So halfway.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to lasso her.
Okay, roll to hit.
Epic.
What will that be? Dex or unarmed?
Let's go with Dex for this one.
13 plus 4, 17.
17. You catch her.
So I picture my lasso catching the back of her legs. Is that possible?
That's more of a called
That's not
shot.
usually how those work.
Yeah, that's a call.
What's that?
You got her around the torso.
Okay, so I had her around the torso. With the momentum she has, do I like get pulled by it?
No, she's not that strong. She's
All right.
she's goat, not horse.
I'm going to kind of, after lassoing her, wrap the rope like once or twice around like my forearm to give me a little bit of extra strength, and I'm gonna pull back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna yell, "That was not nice," while blowing my nose on the floor.
So Harry slams his hands on the desk in front of him, and shouts at you to let my secretary go.
She was naughty.
He immediately begins to make arcane gestures.
I look at him and just do that, going,
Still holding on to the rope.
holding onto the rope. I'm debating if I want to use one hand to try and pull out Chucky. I'm holding onto the rope, but I'm defiantly wrapping the rope around my arm one more time to try and like pull her closer.
All right.
What's your monastic discipline, man?
My what?
What's your subclass?
Punching.
Way of the open
Way
hand?
of the fist. Yeah, something like that.
All right.
All right. So he unleashes his spell because at this point he sees you as a threat. You are immediately pummeled by 5 magic missiles. That's 18 points of damage.
Okay. I'm going to cough a little bit after being hit by that. And I'm going to eye him. Let me actually take that damage real quick before I forget.
Callons was never seen again. Still holding on?
I will drop the rope this point.
Okay.
But I also want to scan his room. Describe the room to me.
It's filled with all manner of trophies and posters and little statuettes, bookcases and shelves, curios and cabinets.
All right. So I'm going to look at Harry. I'm going to kind of dust myself off. Is my nose still running at this point?
Yes. And your
I'm gonna
eyes
blow
are
my
still
nose.
tearing. And
I'm not going to worry about my eyes, but I'm going to blow my nose on his floor again. And I'm going to look at him. And I was going to say, this is not the appropriate way for an introduction, sir. Your goat is naughty.
the barrier woman looks at him and pleadingly says, Mr. H, he didn't have an appointment. I set him in the chair like you told me to.
Your chairs are broken, Mr. H. And she did not want to listen.
You didn't have an appointment, sir.
But I do now.
Well, now we don't have much of a choice, do we? What was so important that you assaulted my poor secretary, damaged my building, and burst into my office, interrupting me in the middle of something very important?
She busted in. I just followed.
She works here.
She let me in.
What is your business?
I hold out Chucky and say, this is Chucky. Everyone loves Chucky. You should do a play about Chucky.
You're testing my patience.
No, you don't understand. Chucky has had a hard knock life. He's an interdimensional traveling animal who saves people's lives. Quite possibly yours.
Jimmy's languishing in his cell. Just wondering, God, I wonder what Kong's up to.
Just give me 5 minutes. I will, I tried to take a steps closer, hands up, Chucky in one hand, like offering to hand him Chucky.
Make your pitch.
Chucky is enchanted with the spirit of a murderer. But because of these hard, strifeful life he had since having to live as a doll, being dragged around by children, he's found love. He's actually restored his humanity. But then, just as he finds companionship with his one true friend, a half-ape person, they get thrust into an environment they've never seen before. And instead of following their way-cast evil ways, they become heroes. Track down murderers. One of the people they have to save is Bill Nye, the science guy. Or wait, no, he was a lawyer. Sly Nye, the science. No, Sly Nye, the lawyer.
Bill.
Do you know? Does this story sound familiar to you, sir?
Why would your story sound familiar to me?
How close to I am at this point?
Are you still creeping up on it?
Yeah, as I'm doing the pitch.
You made it about halfway across the room.
So about 15 feet to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you being a businessman, I hear you have a lot of dealings, and I thought you might know Sly Nye.
Yes, I know Sly Nye.
New Sly Nye.
What do you mean new?
No, I think we both know what you know, and I mean in that you know that I know that you know.
Did you kill him?
No, I'm pretty sure someone else that you know killed him.
What are you accusing me of?
Knowledge?
Why would I have Sly Nye killed, the man that represents half of my clientele?
Well, I didn't know he represented half your clientele. Now that's just a whole different avenue of why you might want him dead.
I work with a bunch of morons like you. Yes, he represents half my clientele.
But that just... I mean, other than motive, which I know nothing about.
What motive do I have?
I don't know. You want to tell me?
You're insulting me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. I'm just trying to have a diplomatic conversation.
I would never have Sly Nye killed. He worked with me.
Okay. That makes more sense. Can I ask you what you were doing the morning of yesterday? Or was it today? What day did Sly Nye show up?
I was out looking for buskers.
What's a busker?
Street musicians, street performers. I'm a promoter. I'm always looking for talent.
Freya, do you think the cleric got there in time?
So
just idle banter.
So would Chucky quite possibly fit into one of your promotions?
Get out of my office.
But we haven't established why you were outside our office.
Give me a will save.
A what?
A will save.
A will save? There's
wisdom.
No such. I was gonna say there's no such thing as a will save.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. You feel compelled to follow his suggestion to get out of his office.
All right. So I'm going to start leaving, but I'm going to look back at him. I'm going to be like, sir, you do not know what you're missing out on. Chucky here. And I hold up Chucky, and Chucky looks at him and says, I'm going to eat your face.
Chucky looks flammable. Get out of my office.
Chucky says what?
Looks flammable.
Okay. But I'm gonna walk my way out mumbling, and then I'm gonna stop real quick and be like, can I get my rope back?
The door slams.
I am so taking this up with Osha. As I mumble that as I'm walking my way down the stairs.
Alright, so you're heading back?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna flip back over to the other team here. Standing outside the prison. going on their search.
We were trying, I guess.
So you guys
Yes.
are trying to pin down the one that Draken mind spiked.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I, for flavor, instead of completely dropping the darkness, just kind of let it fade out?
Sure.
Sort of like a billowy sort of a cloud that's dispersing into all the ash in the air?
Yeah, I'll let that go. No problem. But you'll get a lot of waves and coughs from the people around you. They don't understand what they're seeing.
It's not like a gas.
It's Sigil. You never know.
Alright.
So
So what are we doing?
you're trying to track down the guy with the mind spike. As long as you maintain concentration, I believe that lasts for an hour. Yeah?
That was me kind of hypothetically
Correct.
asking.
So-
the group. I don't know if Draken's concentrating and can't, like, tell me what I need to be doing, or, like...
He has to maintain concentration. He can still kind of communicate and whatnot.
Alright.
I tagged one of the people shooting, so I can follow him now. So let's go find him and ask him some questions,
Okay.
Cool.
or kill him. Both are possible options.
Shrug.
Probably the second one, to be honest.
Shrug.
Alright, so you start making your way. The trail is leading you back towards the hive.
Hmm.
Gonna keep following it.
Okay.
We all following.
I know I know where he is.
I'm gonna go grab another drink. Be right back.
Alright.
Mhm.
So you make your way back into the hive. Time's ticking, but you're making good time.
If I can, send an eyeball ahead to watch where we're going.
Alright. You're heading into the hive, but the northeastern portion of it. The path leads basically across the street from the mortuary. The enormous Sigil mortuary. It looks to be a bar called the Gathering Dust.
Can I sense? Does it seem to be in the bar, actually, or is it behind the bar, under the bar?
In the bar.
I've heard of this mortuary. Wonder where I heard.
Oh yeah, you've heard of it.
Alrighty.
If you heard any of the stories about
Turn to
Malachi,
the other two.
you heard about this place. You heard about the orphan. But yeah, this is a bar across the street.
So, he's inside there?
Yep.
Or she? I don't know. The cloaked figure. Now, there were multiple figures, so we could very well be outnumbered. As a result, if stuff starts going bad, aim to kill.
One thing, dude. Or they. Just saying.
True. Or they.
Are you going in?
And with that, I'm gonna walk in my best Draken Flametongue manner.
Okay. Everybody following?
Yeah, we following.
All right.
I'm behind him and behind Freya, just like as quietly and stealthily as possible, you know.
All right. As you walk in, you're immediately hit by the scent of vinegar and formaldehyde. Inside is a gray stone bar. Everything inside is old and cold and gray. It's run by obvious zombie workers. who are serving drinks and food, and there's even a ghoul behind the bar.
Alrighty. Do I see the figure? Like, do I know which one? Do I see where he is, or she is, or they are?
No.
Alrighty. Are they in the room?
Not that you can see, no.
I mean, like, because they can't hide from me.
No, they're not in the room.
Invisibility. Okay. Alrighty. I would like to come to the bar, tender. Ask for 3 drinks, a water, and what would you guys like?
Water as well.
For me, I'm good.
Okay. The ghoul behind the bar holds his hand out and opens his mouth as a long, like 3-foot long black tongue lolls out of his mouth and goes. "Bleh."
See, yep, that's why.
Alright.
I don't know what that
Assume you're
was.
telling us how much.
He's obviously
And,
asking for payment.
Yeah.
And I am handling him a couple silver. That seems about right.
Alright, as you reach out your hand, he kind of excitedly starts going. Sniffing at you as your living flesh gets close.
I like you too. Nick, can you do his drinks? Here you go.
He takes your money, and drops it somewhere behind the bar, and then reaches over and gets a large iron decanter and just slaps it on the bar and then stumbles off.
Right. Cool. And then I am going to take my water and look around to see if I can figure out where I think the person might be. Like if he's upstairs or there's a back room.
Well, there's an upstairs.
Just looking around.
There's obviously a back room, but everybody in here is wearing a gray cloak.
Whoops. I don't know what
I've
we're
got
doing.
enough
tonight.
I've got-
For him, so we're just. I'll walk around with him. I guess. Shrug. Nothing else to do here, so.
Everybody in here is wearing a
Trying
gray cloak.
to, I don't know if you want. Trying to see if I can pinpoint the one I tagged, though. I don't know if you want to make me, if there's something just to tell, okay, I'm getting a ping from upstairs, or I'm getting a ping from a back room.
Here, let me see here. Let me pull it up.
Because it says, yeah, you cannot hide. Visibility doesn't work, and as long as they're on the same plane, I know where they are.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's upstairs.
I am gonna start walking upstairs and see if anyone says anything to me.
Alright. There's a small balcony upstairs, once again filled with about 5 or 6 people in gray cloaks. You know he's one of them. There's also about 3 zombies up here serving drinks.
I'm gonna walk right up to the person or thing I'm pinging and be like, "Hi, how are you doing, buddy?"
Okay. As you walk
And
up
I'm
and
gonna
say
wait
that,
for them to.
Stand back.
all of them stand up and immediately pull up crossbows aimed at you.
Now,
music
what
is
is
perfect for
this?
it.
I come in, I come for a friendly drink, and you decide to put crossbows? Now, I thought we were going to have a friendly conversation and a drink. In fact, what are you guys drinking? Round on me.
I subtly touch the small of Draken's back and cast guidance on him.
Nice.
So, just in case.
I was
Okay.
so sure that you were going to say, I come up here for a nice, friendly conversation and fireball.
No, I'm going to use the acid-based version.
Oh, of course.
Don't worry, I'm preparing something
totally-
flame-based.
Yeah.
Oh, this could get
No, I'm
nasty
gonna-
really quick.
Gus, and I'm gonna perhaps point out the fact it's 11:55, and depending on how this goes, we may need to stop
True.
for the night before.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Do you want
Before I
to
have
leave
to
it on a cliffhanger here?
Whole entire bar.
I say let's leave it on a cliffhanger.
All
Personally.
right. We will leave it on a cliffhanger as Draken, Freya, and Nil square off against the seedy dustmen in the Gathering Dust bar. As poor Jimmy is overcoming a paralytic poison in the prison of the Harmonium. As Kong is leaving Harry Hatch's office, none the wiser to what is actually going on.
Knowing no more than he did when he entered.
Although it was
I do. Go ahead.
he knows that Barriars aren't as fast as he is.
I do want to say, as I'm leaving the office, I want to visit some of the urchins and throw them a few coins to be safe, but try and keep an eye on where Harry's going.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They will for a coin. No problem. But yes, we'll leave it on this cliffhanger. Once again, tune in 3 weeks, and we'll continue.
It's a long wait, but it's worth it.
It's a long wait, but it's worth
I
it.
promise you there will be fireballs or other large explosions of elemental force.
Possibly. They're possible.
Oh no, no, there will.
Just you wait. Just you wait.
But yes, without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We always appreciate it, and
Be sure to check out our stream on Thursdays as we build out Star Wars.
Tuesdays for Lilypad, and next Saturday for Karen.
Next Friday for Dresden Files.
And next Friday for Dresden. It's gonna
What we're
be
saying
epic.
is we're very busy.
Yes.
It's gonna be a big week, so stick with us.
We've got our schedule.
Oh yes. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Farewell,
Good
lovely
night.
audience.
Oh, you love.